Alright guys, I don't know if you can tell, but obviously my eyes are a little bloodshot. Only got about 6 hours of sleep in the past few days here. Had a lot of schoolwork and decided to wait for a pair of shoes. Now I could go on a rant in this video for probably 20 minutes, but I'm going to keep it as short as possible. Not going to re-record anything. This is just all my personal feelings about what happened the past night, day, whatever. Um, okay, number one, I want to say at this point I'm done with Nike. I'm done with the whole thing. I love basketball a lot. I've always liked shoes a lot, but this whole thing that Nike's got going on and the people that I've been meeting in line, it's just a mess. It is simply a mess. Um, as the saying goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I've been fooled twice. So I just want to say that last night I went to get the first pair of shoes I've ever actually legitimately liked that isn't a retro. This is the first time in a long time a shoe really caught my eye. I graduated from University of Illinois, which colors orange and blue. So the LeBrons just stood out to me so much, just that orange. And it would go with all my U of I stuff. I'm a Leo, born in August, so I really like that Leo constellation on the front. Just really cool shoe. One really nice looking shoe. So I show up. Well, I go past the line at 6. There's maybe about 7, 8 people. Go past the line 8. Not many more. Go past the line at 10. There's about 18, 20 people. Come back at midnight, and I'm number 24 in line. At that point, there wasn't a single person that said they had a size 12 shoe, which is what I wear. Everybody was either smaller or there was one person that was bigger. And as the night went on, people cut. It was a mess. And then eventually we did this system where we distributed a deck of cards, personal system amongst everyone, and one ace through king red, ace through king black, ace through king red, ace through king black, and we did that for up until 52 people. So, but the thing that pissed me off about that was there was a handful of people, probably 3 or 4 people in front of me that cut, so they got cards. Then once the guy shows up to open the store, he tells us to move our line from the left side of the building to the right side of the building. So again, mess, people cutting and people shoving. At one point I had one guy threaten to punch me, fight me. I had done absolutely nothing to him. I'd been standing next to this guy the entire night. There were 2 people in front of me that clearly cut in front of him. He didn't say a word to those people, but decides to say something to me. I don't understand that one. And when it's all said and done, I'm about 24th in line. But then as I get close to the front, people that were in front of me that had left for about 4 or 5 hours seemingly show up again. They get in front of me. And when we get inside, the biggest pair of LeBrons was a size 9.5. Obviously, I don't wear 9.5. I wear a 12. They didn't have a 12 in the Durants. They didn't have a 12 in the Kobe's. So at that point, I've waited 7 hours, and you're telling me House of Hoops, there's probably 80, 100 people in line, and you don't even stock enough shoes for 20. Each person got 1 pair of shoes. And about the 14th or 15th person in line people weren't getting their sizes in any of the 3 shoes, which that I'm not necessarily blaming House of Hoops on that one. That's Nike's issue. Like, I understand like a limited release, but if this is like one of your flagship stores, like one of the places where you're supposed to like take pride in, like, first off, they didn't even get the Foamposite Galaxies. They just got the 3 other Galaxy shoes, and I'm assuming at this point they maybe got 1 or 2 pairs per size, maybe. So at that point, I ended up just having to buy a pair of 9.5s. This is the first time I'm ever going to resell a shoe because I had no option at this point. I wait 8 hours in line, and keep in mind, I'm in line. There's people doing drugs, like I said, threatening to fight one another. It was just insane. And on top of that, there was a winter weather advisory in Chicago, so snow was pouring for the entire night. Snow and rain. It was mostly wet rain, like wet and cold rain. I mean, obviously, rain is wet, but it was like that slushy rain. So like there was slush all over the ground, and I'm out most of the night. I've got law school shit I gotta do today. Basically, I've got a cold, coming down with a cold because of this whole thing, and now I'm stuck with a pair of shoes I don't want, so I'm gonna have to resell them. Maybe I'll eventually get a pair of 12s, which is what I wanted, but I guess I'll do a quick review of the shoe, show you why I wanted it. This will probably be on my eBay page as well, but here's the receipt, so you can see. Don't know if you can see that, but almost $190. Still love the shoe. I'm just pissed about the whole thing. Let's see if I can get one here. But here they are, and really, it doesn't do it justice to see, but it's really is a pretty nice looking shoe. You can see the Leo constellation, glow in the dark bottoms, and I would have rocked these. This was a shoe I would have rocked probably once a week. So it's honestly a disappointment I've got this small shoe that I'm basically just gonna have to sell to salvage my night. And I'm not typically the reseller type, but when you're stuck in a position like this, you really have no option. And you want to know what's killing the game? There was, out of, I'd say, the 27, 28 people in front of me, the majority of them were resellers. The majority of them already had all the shoes that everybody else wanted. So somebody else got to take the 12s I wanted, and I waited the entire night dealing with all this fighting, harassment. Like, I kept my mouth shut the entire night and tried to be honest about everything. And I already don't like people enough as it is to have to deal with that crap all day. And another issue, like being in law school, I honestly think Nike and Jordan Brand at some point soon, if they haven't already, are going to have some lawsuits coming their way, because their whole system is completely messed up. I like the suggestion one person made about doing a lottery, an online lottery, because as of right now, people are getting stabbed, people are getting pepper sprayed. In Florida, you had that whole riot that went down. It's just getting absurd. Like, I wanted these shoes. I thought they were obviously a really nice looking shoe, glow in the dark bottoms, everything. Like, I don't like LeBron personally, and bought one pair of his shoes, the LeBron 3s, and they weren't that good of quality, but just everything about this shoe I like. This is honestly the first shoe since any of the retros, since the Concords I can remember, that I saw a picture of and I was just like, oh my god, I gotta have these. So, looks like I'll be selling these. I won't have any, and this is probably the last purchase, last line, last camp out I plan on doing for the foreseeable future. So I'm assuming this video will get a lot of strong reactions, but guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you got the sizes you wanted this weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Alright, take it easy.